Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it's time for another Dadbod to Daddy training vlog, and cut is going decent. I was down to 208.0, so it wasn't even like a fraction, because I was like 209.1 yesterday, down to 208 today. And actually strength is holding okay, so we're going to keep rolling with it. So I decided today to do seated presses for my main overhead press. The more I mess with it, I've messed with the different variations. I just feel like for me, it just hits better. Like I just feel more delt. It just feels more secure, everything else. Plus, I feel like it carries over to my incline bench a little bit better. And I'm really considering at this point making incline primary over my flat for a little while. Again, as I continue to cut and work on aesthetics. The one thing I am going to note, also I went a little too heavy on that second set. I tried to go 155 and only got 3. So I know I need to work with 135 and just get stronger with that on this variation. So we're going to do that. One of the things I'm noting here, of course, as we get leaner, we can start to see proportions a little bit better. I feel like my delts, while possibly still some weak link on the side and rear, are not a super weak link for me. Now, we can always have better delts. Delts mean aesthetics. But when I see the different angles, because again, I can see all of it as I'm filming, definitely triceps. I've got to keep pushing triceps. So I'm considering, and it's something to think about, I don't know if it's going to be of much use during the cut, but adding my really high rep band press downs in at the end of my chest and tricep days, and really just making that my most important day. I feel like the shoulders have been coming up decently by having a dedicated shoulder day. Again, the training was good on this stuff. It was a fast workout. My shoulder workouts tend to be really quick. I like to even just grab stuff that allows for a faster setup, because I like to just get in, get that pump, push stuff hard and get out. So again, this workout tends to be super, super short. It doesn't even reach an hour. So did upright rows next, managed to get 8 reps on all 3 sets. And again, kind of one of the things with the upright row, a lot of people will say, oh, you're not touching your chin. Yet every expert tells you not to touch your chin. They're like, this is why this exercise has been considered dangerous. This is why the whole fitness world threw it in the trash dumpster for a while, until physiology people came in and said, no, you can do it safely. Just don't try to go so crazy high. All right, there's no benefit. You're not necessarily working your side delts any harder by trying to raise it to your chin. And that seems to be where the risk of injury happens. So just get the bottom of the range of motion, bring it up to wherever is comfortable, with whatever your range of motion is. It isn't painful. Control the weight and just progressively overload it. Okay? But that start position out of the bottom is a lot of where that side delt is, and that whole mid-range going up to the chest. Of course, I hit failure on that set, right? We hit failure on that set. And also, for the record, I can't actually touch my chin anyways with the bar. All right, what I did today, because it's right around the weight I've been using, I'm like, well, let me just do plates instead of dumbbells for my laterals. Now, some people would ask why, and I'm like, they feel more natural. So one of the problems I had is I got stronger on these when my strict ones went up. I had to start using dumbbells because the little 10-pound plates and stuff weren't working so much anymore. But now that I'm strong enough to do 12s with these 25s, I mean, let's just do them. I personally feel like for me, I'm able to get that side delt a little more, because I feel like I can get that natural turn of the pinky up a little bit. And I know the side and the rear delt need the most work for me. So doing these and rear delt stuff is really what I need. But the plates just feel like a smoother range of motion. I just feel the shoulders more. I feel the delts, particularly the side delt, a little bit more when I use plates. And I'm not telling anyone dumbbells aren't great. It's just personally where I feel it. And it's comfortable and it's easy, right? It's really convenient. It also demonstrates to people you don't even need dumbbells. If you've got enough plates and other barbell stuff at home, you don't necessarily need that. And yes, I use specialty bars and all that stuff, but I'm also demonstrating that you can do a lot with less equipment than you think, as long as you have the basics. But yeah, these felt really, really good. Felt really good. Also, pretty happy with how the physique is coming along. I mean, keeping in mind, and I want people to understand this. This is day to day. I'm not peaking for stuff, right? There's no Photoshop. I have no magical lighting. Like, I literally just have normal garage lights and the sunlight coming in through the garage. So this is not, again, the filters and nonsense and stuff that you see a lot of these guys doing. You know, this is how I look, and I'm just going to keep improving. The rear delts, this is one of those where, you know, we look at, don't look like how I look because it's still the loose skin and the body fat. You know, you lean over there, and that's going to be an unflattering position. But I did 2 sets of these. One of the things I am noticing with these, as I get a little heavier, it is a little harder to feel the rear delts. I just kind of dropped them out today. But so it's almost like I'm going to have to go really light on these to really feel what I want. I may have to go back to the 10s and just do 20 rep sets. The only issue there is then the reps are getting really, really high. But these today, I didn't feel the same rear delt activation. So the only exercise I was unhappy with, so I just did 2 sets of it. I'm like, let's just do the band pull aparts. These I absolutely always feel in the rear delts. And I may need to focus a little more on these. Almost my thoughts are maybe the high rep band pull aparts. And I can run them at a couple different grips if I need to. These may be the way to go for my final delta exercise. And again, it's not saying that I don't like rear delt raises, I prescribe them. It just feels like today they're not feeling right. And I just couldn't get them into that groove. And I think it's, again, when I grab the 2 plates, puts my hand in a slightly different position. So I'm either going to have to stick with the single plate and just rep it, or just focus on the band pull aparts. But these absolutely lit the rear delts up. So they felt really good. Was happy with them. So just did 2 sets of this. So we ended up with 4 total sets for the rear delts. So overall, that put me at 13 total shoulder sets. And then we did a set of hanging leg raises and called it a day. But again, very happy with the scale weight coming down. Going to keep cutting. I'm going to get down to 200. Then we're going to assess how much further we need to go from there if we want to just recomp at that point or continue cutting. So again, stay tuned for that. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.